everybody. I'm here with Tonya Maurer, talking about National Quality of Life Month. Thank you, Tonya, for taking some time to chat with us today. I wanted to first find out, as a caregiver, what does quality of life mean to you?
Fabulous question, and thank you so much for inviting me.
Absolutely.
This is just lovely. And who knew there was a quality of life month?
Yes.
Should be every day.
It should be.
So I've been kind of thinking the question through, and I feel like I want to answer that from two perspectives.
Okay.
One, I am a caregiver for my mom. She was diagnosed with Alzheimer's back in 2017, and I look at her quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
But the interesting fact there is, it depends on where she is in her journey.
Mm-hmm.
So where she was when she was diagnosed in 2017, the quality of life there was different than it is today.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think back to when she was first diagnosed, it's a matter of what could we do to help her in any way, shape, or form to live out the best life she can where she was, and also keep her safe. So calling in, if I can't do all the work for her, maintain the house, help her grocery shop, bring in help, bring in other caregivers. There's services out there. Where she is today, quality of life is very different. So walking in and being able to see her smile, engaged, mobile. So motion is lotion. So as much as we can keep her moving, helps her quality of life because she feels more independent. She can walk around.
Absolutely.
So it's more simplified now versus it was back in 2017. And then quality of life for me is really being able to take time for myself. We talk about it all the time, but honestly, being mindful and being able to take a step back and relax and just live in the moment, there's really a lot to be benefited just from that. Exercise, nutrition, all of that. Whatever's good for your heart, people. Whatever's good for your heart is good for your brain.
Yes, of course, of course. Well, I appreciate you sharing that little bit of backstory on your mom and her journey with her dementia. What is one small daily moment that brings you joy through your caregiving journey?
Oh, gosh. One small one, that's hard. There's always the pepper. I'll hone into two. So first, again, from a caregiving perspective, a joy is to see mom smile and laugh. She has a very infectious laugh. She is called the laughing lady. So just hearing that and seeing the smile and the sparkle in her eye brings me joy. And then for me, personally, I remember back to when I went to a yoga retreat many, many moons ago. And the teacher said, short breath, short life. Long breath, long life. So I try really hard to breathe. And a lot of times we don't do that. We do not take deep breath. We don't go outside and just take in the world, right? Bathe in nature. So I try very hard to just take time. And I also write. So I'd say breathe and write brings me lots of joy.
Good. It's good to have a creative outlet, especially on days that can be very overwhelming.
Yes.
As a family caregiver.
Get it out of here and write it down.
Yes, absolutely. For you and your mom, what does a good day usually look like?
Oh, gosh. I'll focus in for right now where she is in her journey. A good day is seeing the sparkle in her eye when she sees me. Doesn't matter why. Doesn't matter why. And her smile and laugh, like I mentioned earlier, being able for her to take my hand without questioning who I am and walking with me, that's a good day.
I think that sounds perfect. I'm sure that must be challenging. A lot of people talk as you go through your journey with dementia that there are going to be milestones or points that you hit where it's more difficult to recognize people that are familiar. So I'm sure that's a lovely moment to have with her.
Yeah. And just to touch on that a little bit
Yeah.
from a caregiver perspective, I feel with my experience, and we'll talk a little bit about the support mechanisms, right? But literally 2 weeks ago, Mom looked me square in the eyes and said, "Who are you?" In a heartbeat, I'm like, "I'm a visitor. Let's go for a walk." I have permission. We can go for a walk. But it's very hard to do that in the moment. And
Yes.
afterwards, just acknowledge those feelings because they will show up. Because it is heartbreaking.
It is.
You're losing a person that you love.
Yes, definitely. With that, what types of support have made the biggest difference in your quality of life?
Great segue. So it's interesting how this journey works. So first off, I will never forget the first, I'll call it structured support group I ever went to. I knew nothing. Oops, sorry. I knew nothing. And I brought my mom.
Okay.
And I was just so grateful for all the other people that were in the support group. There was a good number of them, and they all just went with it. They accepted Mom being there, and Mom gave advice.
Good.
Very good, from the heart advice. So it was just wild. So support groups are great. I've been to different kinds. I've also gone to a grief group because this is living grief.
Absolutely.
And then also, when you think of the journey, you trip over folks that are living the journey the same way you are, but in very different ways. I say the same, but it's different. We all kind of go through the different phases of dementia or caregiving in different ways. So I've cultivated a group of ladies. We meet on a monthly basis for lunch now. Some of these women have actually lost their loved one already, but they still come because we all know we support each other and we can share experiences. And we know if we run into a pickle, they're there to help.
Good.
So don't go it alone.
No, definitely not. It's really good to have a support system, however you may come across that. What advice would you give to someone who's just starting their caregiving journey?
Ooh, it is so hard. When you hear that somebody has any type of ailment, it could be dementia, i.e. Alzheimer's, for example. It could be something else, which could be terminal. Know you're not alone. That is the hardest thing. We all feel that we can do it all by ourselves, and we can't.
Right.
It's okay to bring in outside help into the home. It's okay. You're not failing. You're helping. You're helping yourself. So always know you're not alone. I know for myself, I do a lot of advocacy, both for the Alzheimer's Association, from the federal, state, and local level. I raise funds. The Alzheimer's Association isn't just about Alzheimer's. It's a tool in your toolbox. They have a phone number you can call. A person will answer. Just ask. It doesn't hurt anything to just call and ask. And there's resources, and they can connect you with others. I've been lucky enough to embrace where I am, accumulate all these experiences, and I've tripped over, luckily enough, on a position where I actually now work for Atwood Dementia Group. And the kicker is the woman that runs that company was the woman that was at that first support group where Mom walked in. So it's just very interesting to see how caregiving and what you do with all those experiences and how it cultivates and really paves the way for your own journey. So I feel grateful to be where I am. Good. And I'm hoping that I'm living my best life with as much quality as I can.
Yes, of course. It's really important to make sure for your loved one or for yourself that you are maintaining a good quality of life. And luckily enough for you, you've found a career path at this point too, that kind of ties all of those passions and advocacy together with Atwood Dementia Group. So I want to thank you again for taking some time out of your day today to give a little bit of your story and your journey with your mom. And just remember that anybody that is out there as a family caregiver that might need support or might be struggling and wondering if your loved one has the best quality of life in this moment, there are resources out there, there is support out there, and there are organizations like the Alzheimer's Association that can offer some really great guidance and support to you and your family. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And just remember, if you do need any additional support services, give Always Best Care a call at 860-533-9343.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.